Hey guys, this is week 3 of the Hawthorn Hoodie Crochet-A-Long. This is going to be a super quick video because we have all agreed that we are going to take I guess essentially it's going to be a two week long break, just because some people that are participating in the Crochet-A-Long still haven't received their yarn. And other people are, including myself, are behind, just because the back panel, which we're working on right now, and the front panel are the two pieces of the pattern with the most work involved. So I'm going to quickly go over with you what you need to do for week 3. And then next Sunday, there's not going to be a video. We're going to take next Sunday off so that everybody can catch up. I'll reevaluate at that time to see if maybe we need another break at some point. But as of right now, that is the plan. So you'll have this video today. You can get to it whenever you're ready. Some people may be ready now. Some people, I believe, are not, including me. That's totally fine. I don't want to rush anybody through this process. So, sorry. My cat is sitting here. I don't want her to mess up the hoodie. So, for the front panel of the hoodie, you are going to do the exact same thing. I'm just double checking on the numbers of the stitches and the rows that you did in weeks 1 and 2. So if you see right here, for the back panel ribbing, row 1 was 12 foundation single crochet and then turn, and this is what we did on camera, chain 13, work a single crochet into the second crochet, work one single crochet into the second chain from the hook and across for 12 single crochets. And you did that for anywhere between 64 and 108 rows, depending on the size that you're making, in the back loop only, which is important. You are literally going to do the exact same thing for the front panel. It says for the front panel, repeat ribbing rows 1 through, so it depends on, again, the size, extra small, small, medium, large, extra large, 2XL, 3XL, 4XL, 5XL. So however many rows you completed for the back panel, you're going to do the exact same thing for the ribbing on the front panel. And when you get done the ribbing, you're going to do the exact same thing to build out the back of the hoodie, except for the back panel of the hoodie, it was rows 2 through 59 or all the way up to 71, again, depending on the size. For the front panel, sorry, that was my daughter screaming. For the front panel, I'm sorry. For the front panel, it's going to be 1 through 42 rows if you are doing the extra small or the small. 44 rows if you're doing the medium or the large. If you're doing the extra large, 46 rows. If you're doing the 2XL, 48 rows. If you're doing the 3XL, 50 rows. If you're doing the 4XL, 52 rows. And if you're doing the 5XL, 54 rows. So you're not going to work up the same number of rows on the front panel that you did on the back panel. That's going to differentiate a little bit, but those directions are here. And I'm just reading this to myself. And rows, blah, 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 of the main body of the back panel. Don't forget to turn at the last row. Do not. Okay, yes. So when you finished, or if you haven't done it yet, when you finish the back panel, you are going to fasten off. So you're going to cut your yarn, start over. When you finish the front panel, you're not actually finishing it. So that's why it says after you do however many rows right here of the main body of the front panel, don't forget to turn, do not fasten off. So don't worry about the turning for now. Just when you get done anywhere from 42 to 54 rows, do not cut your yarn, because the yarn still needs to be attached, because in 2 weeks when we do the right and left shoulder of the front panel, you want your yarn to still be attached for that. It'll make more sense when we get there. So your back panel, when you're done, should be worked up and complete. It should look something like this with the ribbing at the bottom and then the rows worked up from there. Again, I'm not done, so it, like it'll build up to wherever it's supposed to be. You can cut the yarn and you can put this piece to the side. Then when you work up your front panel, just do the exact same thing that we did in weeks 1 and 2. You can go back and watch both of those videos. Again, the only thing that's going to change is the number of rows that you build up starting from the ribbing upwards. You're not going to do the same number of rows that you did for the back panel. It's going to be different for the front panel. And I just showed you guys and said out loud, if you're doing X size, you want to do X number of rows, which again, it says right here. And if you get confused or you forget, don't hesitate to comment, message me, or whatever you're most comfortable with doing. But again, when you get done your last row of the front panel, do not cut your yarn. So just leave the yarn attached, put it aside, and then when I come back in 2 weeks for week 4, we're going to be working up the right and left shoulder. And as you guys can probably see, it can get pretty tricky at this part. Don't panic. I'm going to go over everything when the time comes. It's really not as bad as it looks. Once I explain it, it'll make a lot more sense. So that is where we are at for right now. And that's pretty much it. So again, you're just going to follow the pattern just like you did for the back panel. We're doing the same exact thing. Same number of rows for the ribbing down here. For the front panel, the only thing that's going to be different is the number of rows, and you're not going to cut the yarn. That's pretty much it. Other than that, I hope that everybody that is waiting on their yarn gets it. I hope everybody has enough time to get caught up. If you don't hesitate to let me know that either. Again, this is not a rush or a race, so if people need more time, we can absolutely accommodate to make that happen. We just want to make sure that when we finish with this pattern, that everybody has successfully completed it and has a wearable Hawthorn hoodie. So that's it for this week. Again, you will not see me next Sunday, but I will be uploading a couple of videos between now and then, including how to do the double crochet stitch with double crochet increases and decreases and a couple of other things. So stay tuned for them. They are in the group called Free Beginners Crochet Classes. There is a link to that group in the posts in the Hawthorn Hoodie Crochet-A-Long group. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your weekend. I hope you guys have fun working up the front and back panel if you haven't completed the front or the back already. And I'll see you guys in 2 weeks. Take care.